Battlefield 6's absolute cinema.
But also, literally no one likes any of the challenges, and it takes like 15 hours to get one weapon skin.
Did you guys in the playtest like put this together? Like, what the fuck? Just did like some sort of automated system thing, or?
The best shooter I've played in 2025.
But also, the netcode is so awful, you just die around corners or to super bullets all the time. What?
A true return to form.
But also, the campaign is just a cinematic tutorial. The server connection is laggy as hell. The amount of snipers glitching onto rooftops using the auto aim finder hotkey insta-kill guns is just too damn hot. Oh, whoa, look at that. We got a huge update already with like 100+ list of changes. We got changes to the overall movement. Okay, I guess they didn't figure that out. We got changes to the weapons rebalancing, which you love to see that in a shooter game. The maps are getting changes. Apparently, the hitboxes for players' heads isn't aligned properly. Is anyone else starting to feel like we paid full price for an early access beta version of a game that still needs multiple years away from, like being finished? Because these new updates sure seem to feel like, oh, and wow, look at that! We've got another update, whoopee! This one fixes weapon accuracy and dispersions for all guns except snipers. So, like 90% of guns just had accuracy problems. No big deal, it's just a fucking first-person shooter game! Oh, and we also get Mar-a-Lago as a playable map, except without, all the massages from 16-year-olds. Overall, I like Battlefield 6, but goddamn does it love to bamboozle my boots off every time I try to play it. When it comes to the sound design and the lighting, oh yes, mommy, please, thank you. But then you realize submachine guns outrange like every other gun, and you just go, wait a minute. The reason why Battlefield 6 is so immensely popular is because, sadly, even being a mid-shooter in the year 2025 automatically qualifies you for Shooter of the Year, and being worthy of applause from basically every major gaming review outlet. COD has been spitting on their player base for years, and every competitor seems to end up with their underwear pulled up over their eyes and pushed down the biggest set of stairs in the building. Is Battlefield 6 revolutionary or innovating? No, but it might just be good enough.
I actually struggled with one of mine. You stupid little bot. I'm gonna wait for another shot. I got one. Got 2, 3. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. On the bot landed 2 shots on him. Whoa.
While most mainstream websites agree that Battlefield 6 is fun overall, basically every individual part of it definitely needs work to reach its fullest potential. Like, for example, take the destruction. At first, it seemed like destruction actually plays a role in how the games play out. Not like the finals level or anything, but still enough to impact your experience when playing. In actuality, 90% of the walls in this game are indestructible. Like, I tried to run around with a sledgehammer for about, 3 minutes before I realized nothing I smashed was breakable at all. Except gravity, apparently, when you hit a recon drone. What? It can lead to some atmospheric moments and even land you a kill or two if the rubble of a collapsing building buries someone alive, but mostly it's just for show. And sure, I've seen the argument that if everything is destructible, the maps turn into barren wastelands with no cover, which I say, yeah. Have you seen the alternative? If my choice is to literally level the playing field so that snipers are forced to actually be shot at too, or just be sniped at all day by rooftop campers, I'll gladly take the destruction every time.
Contact! Enemy vehicle located!
Also, this wouldn't even be possible if the maps were actually, big. Oh yeah. All right, the maps. We got 9 maps in total. Not particularly a ton of maps for a game with no campaign or co-op mode, but, at least they're all amazing, right? 2 maps I think are considered generally good by the community, maybe even great maps, while most are mixed, kinda and 2, Sobek City, are literally being called the worst map in Battlefield history. More maps are on the way, but from what I've seen, they're not gigantic maps like people wanted. Even in the beta, people's #1 complaint was the maps are too goddamn small. This isn't COD, it's fucking battle. The amount of times you just straight up spawn in the line of sights of an enemy, especially an enemy tank that can one-shot you from like 200 meters away, is too damn high in Battlefield. People aren't asking for an MMO-like experience where you just walk 20 minutes to reach the fun part. Not at all. They just want to be able to take a single step without dying in their own spawn zone. Many maps in this game contain a massive building in the middle of it, which allows snipers to literally see into the spawn areas. This is what people mean when they say the maps are too small. Like, if the buildings were on both sides of the map so that they could each see into the middle or into only their own spawns, then nobody could see into the opposing spawns because the buildings would be blocked, you see? But they don't have that. They have building in the middle. What? Game modes like Rush and Breakthrough exist, which are small, segmented portions of maps for all-gas, high-octane gameplay. So why does the large-scale game modes feel like they're just as spawn campy and claustrophobic as the small ones? I don't know. Maybe it has to do with putting a super tall building in the middle of every freaking map. These maps play like total garbage unless you like sniping. Oh, right, which I guess brings us to the weapons. So usually in a shooter game, you have some guns that kill very quickly, but have low magazine sizes, or high recoil, to compensate for their fast time to kill, or TTK. But here, certain guns, cough cough, submachine guns, are just the fastest killing weapons up close. They have laser accuracy, they have decent magazine sizes, and are perfectly fine at a range with like no damage drop off. They'll also do your homework for you, and mow your lawn, and do your taxes. Shotguns either insta-kill you, or two-tap you from across the fucking football field. And the devs have already put out a big blog statement saying like, hey, here's a list of updates, basically telling us that it's on the way, but it's not here yet. So they admit that like all this stuff sucks, and they just, I guess, didn't test it at all. Battlefields always take a little bit to get rolling, right? Like we know this from basically every other Battlefield, that they need community feedback to shape the chunk of marble into a glorious Greek god of a statue. 2042 is a completely different game now compared to when it launched. And you can play the entire game. Like it boots up without crashing now. Unless you're crashing a vehicle, that is. Oh, RPG the second helicopter, let's go! Okay, yeah, let's talk about the vehicles. The first time I drove around a tank, it felt incredible. I mean, the weight of a several-ton mass of metal climbing across the terrain with this gigantic cannon, capable of sniping all the punk bitch snipers hiding back in the far corners of Liberation Peak. It was incredible. Then I witnessed a random player struggle to fly a helicopter for like 10 whole seconds and thought, yeah, that's definitely me if I try that. I'm never gonna try that. Of course, as an Alpha Chad engineer main myself, my main love for vehicles will always be blowing the ever-loving fuck out of them.
Wait, get up. Get me.
Right.
I hopped out. Someone said respect for the golf cart kill.
Oh, by the way, did you forget about the portal feature? Yeah, I didn't do like a segue into the portal feature because we all forgot. The portal feature, I thought, to me, was advertised and marketed as like this cool Halo-esque, like old school Halo-esque Forge thing where people would be creating their own maps and we'd be sharing them and publicly upvoting them so we could see just a barrage of new maps and only ups and death ramps and all the fun Fortnite little fun game modes that you just love to play at 3 in the morning with your buddies. But it isn't that. It hasn't been that. You know what it's been? 24/7 persistent server bot farms. It's been this.
Once you're ready to farm weapon XP, destroy B and then leave A alone. And you can camp by the stairs farming tons of weapon XP since the bot spawns will never stop.
And people are mad that it's gone now. And since I have seen nothing cool come out of it yet. And of course, we can't forget to talk about the Battle Royale, the new game mode that they just dropped completely for free that has better destruction than the $100 version of the game that people paid for, $70 version, whatever. And features a gigantic map, of course, which, you know, as we already previously stated, is like literally the main thing people have been begging for in the actual game and haven't got. We got this oil rig map fucking sucks. It's tiny as fuck. It's about head peeking over mountains and the hills. It's a hill-based map where the offense team on Breakthrough has hills. Also, why doesn't the scoreboard show your total revives as a medic or your tank kills as an engineer on the scoreboard? Why do you gotta see it in the little squad section part? That sucks. All this to say, Battlefield 6 is not bad or good. It's just really weird right now. You'll play it and you'll have a lot of fun, and then you'll also get really frustrated and you'll think, this cannot be tested. They really didn't expect me to get 200+ meter shots in a game with maps that don't have 200 meters. That's about it. Thanks for listening to the ramblings of a madman. Like and subscribe if you like the video and you want to see more. Or don't. You know, whatever. I'm not your mom.
Yeah, up the hill. They're gonna be somewhere over there, I think. Oh shit. Run, 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 run.
Good shit.
Okay. If you melee them when they're down, then you'll see pings on the enemies.
Got a bad feeling about that.
He's cooked.
Cracked him. He's down. Squad.
We
lock.
win, baby! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go. There's one for duos for that too. Mm-hmm. Heck yeah.